Hello, I'm going to do a video on the this new Spellslinger starter kit, the M20 version that I just picked up from Walmart for like $7-8. Um, Comes with the two decks, pre-made decks, Fire and Fury and Winged Victory. And it comes with two spin down dice, a rule book, a guidebook for new players, and a code to play the decks on Magic Arena. So we'll take a peek at the decks, and then I'm gonna just do some very not serious commentary um, as we go through a few matches here. Um, Unlike a lot of my other stuff, I am recording this audio after the fact, just so I can play around with some of my video editing, make myself a little bit better. But here's a look at the Winged Victory deck, pre-constructed deck that comes in the Spellslinger starter kit. It's not just M20 cards. There's also, War of the Spark cards you can see here, Guilds of Ravnica card. So it's not just M20 cards. I'd say the majority of the cards in here are M20, but they're all white. Not a great deck. Looks like it could be a fun deck to learn how to play Magic. Don't know about you, but one of my favorite times playing Magic was before I knew about Standard and the Modern and all the different types of Magic and what was competitive or not. I just threw a deck together with the cards that me and my buddy bought from the store to try out, and super fun playing these weird, janky decks. But yeah, here's a look at the Fire and Fury red deck. Some of the cards in there, if you want to, you can pause the video, take a better look at them. But yeah, I'm gonna totally get my butt kicked and play with these decks, and you can kind of see how they play in an arena format. I'm sure hey, maybe you never know. You could get super lucky, and maybe maybe your opponent draws nothing but land or everything but land, and get a win that way. But yeah, let's take a look at the Winged Victory deck here and see how it does against Game Life. What's up, Game Life? Yeah, why not? I got the 1-drop, 2-drop, couple things there. Locks it on Life Changer. 6 mana for a not that great card. I guess it's okay. I don't know if I'll ever find much use for it, but Game Life. I'm going to throw down a 3/1 cat. This guy's probably like, what kind of deck is this guy playing with? I've never seen people dropping a 2-mana 3/1 creature, but hey, bro, I'm going to come at you with 3 power to the face here in a second, right after I drop down my trusty old Pegasus. So yeah, it's Risen Reef. Dun dun dun. Super powerful card. Oh, and this 0/3 reach guy. Guessing he's gonna have, Ooh, I don't know what I'm guessing. I'm gonna just play another Pegasus. And then I'm going to swing for 5 to the face. Oh, wait, he can block one of them with the reach. That's right. Yeah, all this white nastiness coming at you. This deck looks awesome. If you only saw the video up till now and knew nothing about Magic, you'd be like, dude, this white deck is kicking the crap out of this other deck. But those of us that have played before, we know that is a bad assumption. 'Cause here comes Nissa, bringing the pain. Totally not sure why the dude attacked with the Risen Reef there. I mean, it doesn't really look like he's playing elementals, so maybe he just added that out there as a bait card. I don't know. I mean, whatever. Oh, I guess the lands, I guess, from the Nissa. Hmm. I don't know, it seems like an odd addition to the deck, but it's cool. I don't know why he attacked with it because I got to kill it. I could swing it and hit Nissa in the face here, but what would be the fun in that? If I want any chance at winning with this deck, I gotta go all up in this guy's grill for a whole 6 damage. Boom. But he's probably, if I remember right, he's got the Hydroid. He's gonna gain a crap ton of life, draw a bunch of cards, laugh in my face as he does it. See, yep, there it is. If I'm this guy, I'm wondering what in the crap kind of deck is this guy playing with? He probably has no idea it's a Spellslinger starter deck. Maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe he just thinks like I'm a newer player that has no clue what I'm doing when it comes to building the deck. Which is actually probably true even when I'm playing with the deck that I build. But, you know, hey. Totally dead. But I'm just gonna go at his Nissa. He's gonna kill like everything. I'm gonna have nothing left. Maybe like 1 or 2 guys. But yeah, if I saw this deck on here, I would assume it was a newer player that just threw some random crap together because it's kind of what it looks like. But I'm sure if I was playing like an equally like thrown together weird deck like, you know, this deck versus the Fire and Fury deck, it might be fun. It'd probably even be more fun than your typical game on Arena, right? Because you're gonna play one on like small number of different kind of decks. Everybody's playing the Reef Elemental decks. Ton of people still playing the old Planeswalker, you know, Planeswalker Control with Teferis or Nicol Bolas and both, or some kind of Nissa deck with Hydroid Krasis. You know, all really common decks. Mono red, still see a ton of that. Another real popular one I've been seeing a ton of lately is those flash decks where people are just like, I'm gonna counter everything you do because I don't like anybody to have any fun. Those kind of people that play a bunch of counters and flash play all their stuff on your turn and just yeah. So my favorite part of this whole video is about to happen. So this guy just like throws everything back in my hand. I know he's gonna kill me. He's like, he's wasting his time like doing all this fancy stuff, like proliferating, doing a bunch of crap, and like, it's not on this turn. It's on the next turn. But just wait. So here he gets me down to like 1 life, right? Like this dude's balling. He's like, oh, I got this crappy player in the bag, dude. And I'm like, yeah, here, I'm going to throw down this 4-mana 1/5 creature that's not going to do nothing to prevent you from winning the game. And I'm just, at this point when I was playing it, I'm like, all right, bro, just kill me. But he gets all fancy and stuff. And this is where it's my favorite part. Like, he starts to get all fancy. He's like proliferating. I'm going to do all this, like, oh, I got a minute to play with my deck. I can do all this fun stuff, you know, that maybe I don't normally have time to do when I'm playing good decks. So he's going to like try and nail me for as much damage as possible. I'm about to concede at the last second, but watch what happens. Oh, connection lost. Draw. Dude, I hope it gave him a draw and not the win as well. Not because I like being a dick or anything, no. But because he would like could have killed me instantly. Like I was sitting there waiting for it. And then he just like started toying around and dinking around. And if it gave him a draw too, oh man. Like, please tell me that's what happened. It probably didn't. He probably got the win on his end. But if he didn't, if he ended with the draw, uh man, I just like that. I'm gonna go to bed happy tonight thinking that he got the draw too. Anyway, um, here's the other deck. The red deck. Um, Sure Strike. I think I play with that in my Goblins deck for Krinko. I mean, there's obviously probably a lot better cards I could play with Krinko, but yeah. Anyway, this guy probably thinks, oh, this guy's running mono red or something. Yeah, I am, but not the mono red you're thinking of, bro. Because otherwise I would have dropped something by now, like way before turn 3. This guy's seeing the 2/3 reach creature and is like, what the hell? That's what I would be wondering. You're dropping a 3 mana red creature, and this is what you throw down. The first thought that's going through my head is, what the hell? Oh, look, this guy's got Teferi. Like, oh man, like, I wish I would have thought of putting Teferi in a deck, you know? Like, where this guy came up with this deck, I have no idea. But if I just wish I would have been the genius that would have been like, you know what? Maybe I should play Teferi in a deck. Because no one's ever played Teferi before. Like, this guy's a genius. Rick Daddy. I mean, he thought erasure. He's like, looking at my hand like, he probably thinks I'm up to something crazy. He either thinks like I'm up to something crazy, or he thinks I'm crazy and I have a terrible deck. Which all of those things are a little bit true. Here I'm just trying to like show him, yep, here. I mean, Leyline, maybe that's probably the most half decent card. The only half decent card up there. Especially against the, the fairy control decks. Or planeswalker control decks, They're targeting everything I have. I can deal a bunch of damage to him. I'd have got rid of the Leyline. He probably does here in a second, but I killed his Teferi with a 2/3 3-mana red creature. Absolutely, this red deck's gonna get its butt kicked because it sucks. But man, it's awesome to kill a Teferi with a junk creature like this, man. That's probably the funnest thing about playing these decks, to be honest with you, is like I went in knowing I'm going to get my butt kicked, right? So you just kind of let loose and have some fun with it. And you don't really care when they thought erasure your crap because none of it's really any good. So you're like, yeah, pick, the least terrible card in my hand. And whatever it is, I don't care that they get rid of it. But this part right here, I'm going to just have a little bit of fun, right? I got all these sure strikes, this crappy 2/3 red creature, and I'm going to swing him and hit him like for a crap ton of damage right to the face. And now, probably not, but I like to think this guy puckered for like 2 seconds when he was like, oh shit, there's an 8 mana or 8 toughness thing hitting me in the face all of a sudden out of nowhere. What the crap is happening? I like to think for a split second, this guy crapped his pants. Between that right there and the last match where it probably didn't, but I'm going to go to bed tonight thinking and feeling good that this guy who totally owned me ended up getting a draw in a match between that and making this Teferi Nikki B Planeswalker guy with the most original deck that you'll ever see crap his pants for maybe half a second. That's my thrill for the day. When playing with these two decks, that's what I was hoping to get out of it. I mean, more than what I was hoping to get out of it, really. I think I'm probably going to cut the video off short here. From here, he just uses Nikki B to kill that guy. Ends up making me discard my hand. Wipes out every creature I throw down. Throws down like a Narset. Then it's a fairy. I think an Ugin comes down at some point. Why I sit here and do nothing. I mean, he plays with himself for quite a while. Here, I'll show you a turn or two. I guess I'll let it go for another turn or two where you can watch as this guy, plays with himself for a while. And I know that's very fun for some people. Some people very much enjoy playing with themselves. Maybe you go to a certain type of website if you enjoy playing with yourself that much, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there. I'm going to cut the video off there. I appreciate, if you like the video, awesome. I had fun messing around with the decks. I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun to play the two decks against each other, but I'll cut it off there. And have a good one.